Hi, I'm Shayna, and this is Becoming Cactuses. And today I want to talk with you about gardening in Israel. Now, in my 20 years here, I've gardened in a lot of different climates and conditions, from the desert, mountains, forests, all types of soil. And one thing I can say is that no matter where you are in Israel, there is a year-round growing season. There's no end. You have a very long summer season. Behind me, I still have some of my tomato bushes growing and melons producing, and right now is a great time to start with the winter greens. Elul is a fantastic time to start a new garden project, and not just because the kids are finally going back to school, but also because it's still warm enough for your seeds to sprout, but it's also cool enough that your seedlings won't bolt, which is when they prematurely flower and go to seed and then die. So it's a really wonderful time right now to get started, and you can do it very easily with a low budget. Even if you only have a porch, you can use buckets or containers, or I found some scrap wood in the trash and screwed it together, added in some dirt, and have a great raised bed. You can also start off your seedlings in things like recycled yogurt containers. Right now I'm doing a lot of greens. I've got chard, bok choy, parsley, spinach, my little parsley seedlings, and some basil. I love to do greens and herbs, especially if you have limited space. This is a wonderful thing to start with. In the winter, they grow especially well, and the bugs are not quite so feisty, so they're easier to wash and get cleaned, and you're not sharing them with the critters so much. And also, we go to the supermarket and we get or to the shuk, and we get these giant bundles of greens, and we have all those hopes and dreams for them. And before you know it, 2 weeks later, you're throwing out half a bag of wilted yellows. They're not even green anymore. And so when you grow your own, you get fresh, tasty, organic greens just in the right amount. You can pick them as you need them. With herbs, you especially want to pick them in the morning because the hot afternoon sun tends to make them release their aromatic oils. So for best flavor, and especially if you're harvesting a bunch to dry or freeze for later, definitely pick in the morning. If you are starting your seedlings in a little container like this, you want to plant like 2 or 3 seeds in one container, see how many sprout up, and then sometimes it'll be 1 or none or 3. And then you pinch off the weaker ones. Don't try to pull them up because you'll ruin the roots of the one seedling you're trying to save. So let that one stay in, pinch off the others so that they don't overcrowd it, and let it grow a little bit until it's strong enough for you to transplant into your larger pot or your raised bed. If you're in the Tzfat area, I have extra seeds to share, so feel free to be in touch, and happy gardening!